Okay.
Don't have to rush ourselves, but maybe let's not have a 10-minute discussion this time.
You mean the Asagao levels of
fucketry? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a metric.
Yes.
It's approximately 10 minutes of bullshit.
Yes. Okay. Crap. This is a cold open. You are being coldly opened. Congratulations. Go to the intro. Go to the intro.
Coldly opened? What is this, like necrophilia?
No, it's called a gynecologist.
That's a better joke.
Good. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so we don't have to. No 10-minute discussions. But yeah, I made the best pun.
I'm a devil's avocado, and I'm joined by
Maggie.
Hooray!
Yay! Well done, design.
Okay, line.
So I made the best joke ever, and I'll try to tell this really quickly. And I didn't even hesitate. I just turned to him and I said, I was only borrowing it.
The problem with this joke is I saw everywhere where this was going.
Laugh really hard like I'm really funny. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
What was the joke?
Anyway, yes. So this is Evil Guacamole. No, we already did the intro. Okay. So we left off. They had played their little tournament-y thing. We finally caught up to where we lost our audio. I mean, I say we. I lost our audio. I apologize. So,
it's your line.
Yes, it is my line. As the chill weather of early spring faded and warmth stretched across Asagao, I itched to go outside. With Satch's book in hand, I took to the streets. Went all the way to the red light district and stood on that street corner, but I didn't have any customers, so I went back to the school. Since many people realized how rare this moment was, most of the usual benches and grassy spots were taken. I kept walking until I came to the soccer field. There was a practice game being held, and PBG and his friend Jeff were running across the field.
This is weird. This is a new background.
Yeah. I have a feeling if you do PBGs, this background probably comes up more often.
Probably.
Being a skirmish, the bleachers were almost completely empty. Students scattered the shiny metal seats, but there was more than enough room for me. In one swift motion, practiced many times over my life, I sat down, spun my backpack into the space next to me, and pulled out my book. I was nearly done with it, and I wanted to see if I could finish it today. It was due a few days ago, so I was under pressure. They don't have a system where you can recheck it out? Anyway, at a pause in my reading, I looked up to watch PBG on the field. A shock of color at the base of the bleachers caught my eye. It looked like some kind of metallic candy wrapper, and a pang of annoyance struck me. There was a trash can nearby. Why litter? But as I jumped down the steps...
Yeah, it's like, fuck you people.
But the Native American comes out and the single tear comes down. That guy was Italian. Nobody's buying it. But as I jumped down
Damn it, you beat me to it. I was gonna be like...
I know you watch Adam Ruins Everything, because you're just the kind of know-it-all that would watch Adam Ruins Everything, and he talked about that.
I would like to. His stuff is good.
Oh,
everything
it's so
I've
good.
seen, I just don't
have time.
I don't have cable.
Oh, it is on cable, but I think you can stream it somewhere. Anyway, I'll let you know. I did watch some of it on cable. He ruined Christmas. It was great. Anyway, but as I jumped down from the steps of the bleacher and nearly slipped off one, it became clear that it wasn't trash. The colors changed as the angle of the light did. It was an iridescent purple figurine, itty bitty, and a kitty, and it had titties. That was for you, Marco. Was it Gerard's? He was the only person I knew who collected them. I held it up to the nearest student, who shook his head. I was free for a while. Gerard was really into the IBK scene, so if it wasn't his, he'd probably know who it belonged to. One problem. I had no idea where his room was. Conveniently, at that moment, PBG ran off the field to get a drink. I approached him holding the kitty in front of myself like a talisman. Be gone!
Hey!
Hey, PBG. Do you know Gerard's room number? I think he dropped this. I held the kitty up again, and it glimmered in the sun, much like PBG just now, what with all his physical activity.
This sprite looks damn good.
Yeah, he's a cutie. He has a lot of facial hair for a high schooler.
Yeah, don't think about that too much. I mean,
it's not impossible.
I had that much by senior year, I think?
He's supposed...
The junior year, maybe.
High school in Japan is earlier than high school in America, right? Like, you can... No, it's about the same.
Kinda?
I don't know. Anyway, it's not impossible, just unlikely. You're lying, by the way.
Let's see. Oh! Gerard was just here. It has to be his. I asked him to bring me my goalie gloves. I wasn't ready to take McJones' place today. His room is right across from mine.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Hey!
Okay, this looks more awkward, because, like, the full facial, like, beard thing, that's hard to get.
Like, I get that they're trying to match up with the actual people, but it's kind of weird. Also, don't they look like they could be brothers?
A little. Yeah.
Which one was the British one? I'm the British one on the hidden block, but I don't remember which one it is.
Oh, it's not Jeff.
Okay.
Hurry it up, PBG.
And it's not the Wetzel. So it's whoever else it is.
I'll know when I see him.
Yeah. PBG groaned. It wasn't much of a break.
See ya.
Gotta go. Good luck.
Hana just, like, rears back and just whaps him on the ass as he runs back into the field. He took a huge...
This is better when he was naked.
Took a huge... Oh no, they're in high school. He took a huge gulp from his water bottle, then poured the rest on his head and jumped back into the game. His teammates patted him on the back as he rejoined them. I placed the IBK into my uniform's Lilliputian pocket and headed to Bluebell. As I entered Bluebell House, the passing boy frowned at me. Was I even allowed to be here by myself? I shook my head.
No, he was just being a dick because pink hair.
Well, also, why is she allowed to be there by herself? These kids are procreating like crazy.
Fuck, you ain't gonna stop it.
They're in a private school. Probably don't have access to condoms or birth control in said private school unless they're constantly going into town. Which going into town is a thing, but at this point they've not done it once.
They have a nurse, like a nurse's station. But
what kind of high school did you go to where they handed out condoms in the nurse's station?
I know there are high schools that do this. Yes. I wish mine did.
I don't think they're in Japan though. Japan is fairly conservative.
Well, no, but they're pretty keen on birth control.
I don't know. I still think these kids are just getting like crazy teen pregnant. Anyway, I shook my head. There was no time to be afraid. Today, I had a mission. Just as PBG said, there was a door right across his room. I knocked and fished the IBK from my pocket. Shane answered the door, not at all pleased to see me. Hi, Shane. How are you?
Octung!
He was Gerard's roommate? Why oh why was he Gerard's roommate? I tried to laugh to defuse the situation, but it was weak. I felt like I was only making things worse. I didn't know what went on in Shane's mind. He looked at the IBK in my hands.
Gerard should be back in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll just, wait in the common room. When he gets back, can you tell him to try and find me? I could read downstairs. Even if it took Gerard an hour to get back, I could keep myself occupied. Jane sighed and leaned against the door frame.
Sigh in German.
Stop.
Catchphrase! I could tell him, but it would be much easier if you waited in here.
He put his hand out, gesturing me inside, which is a lot better than gesturing inside me. Or is it? Alright. Thanks.
Get behind me!
No! I entered the room and stood smack in the middle of it. Shane plopped into the chair in front of what must have been his desk. I sit down on what I assumed to be Gerard's chair on the opposite side. Shane swiveled around and started to click something on his laptop. Seeing as he wasn't much for small talk, I turned to observing the room. The room was well decorated, one could say. There were a lot of itty-bitty kitties, each arranged neatly and with its brethren of similar design. Every empty space not filled with school-related objects was covered by the pads of cute little cat. Was covered by the pads of a cute little cat. There we go. Or at least the sealed box of one. Even parts of Shane's shelves had Shane's shelves. That's a tongue twister. Had IBK on them. I had to admit it was kind of endearing. Something about the dedication required was sweet. Do you collect itty-bitty kitties too?
Not really. They're Gerard's. I don't mind.
I see.
It's kind of niche. I'm surprised you're into them.
It's kind of niche. I am surprised God is not dead. Oh no, I don't collect them.
I'm through with him.
Oh no, I don't collect them. I just found this one on the side of the field. PB just said Gerard was there earlier, so I came to find out whether it was his. My hastiness to disown the figure did not go unnoticed by Shane, who made a face at me. If it's not Gerard's, he'll probably know who it is, right?
It's probably Gerard's.
I still haven't looked up spoilers as to what his issue is. I'm surprised I haven't, because that's just very me. But I was just sitting here in my mind going, I wonder if a pink-haired person killed his mother. Like, what is his problem? I don't know why that made me laugh.
Have you ever heard of someone named Sombra?
She's purple-haired. You're talking about Zarya. I smoothed my thumb over the plastic kitty absent-mindedly. Jane returned to whatever he was doing online, and I conversed with the figure with... Okay, I was making sure I was reading that right. I was like, she's talking to it? And I conversed with the figure in my hand. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? You are. You're just so bad. No. Gerard came back about 2 minutes later. Hey, Shane. Hannah? He held 2 coffees in his hands. Suddenly, he turned to pink.
You know, we had the deal about the tie and the doorknob.
And what are you two doing?
I figured this is how British people have sex anyway.
They tie the tie on the doorknob, but then they don't do anything. That's how British people have sex.
Well, no, just, like, sitting 10 feet apart from each other with their clothes on.
Yeah, that's sex. For British people. And what are you two doing in here alone together?
We're not doing anything. Hannah was looking for you.
Really? How can I help, Hannah? He gave a coffee to Shane and offered the other one to me. Here, take mine. I would have gotten you one too if I'd known you were here. That's really nice of you, but no thanks. I just came to see if this was yours. For what felt like the 10th time in the last half hour, I displayed the itty-bitty kitty.
Oh, wow!
Oh, yes! Gerard almost dropped his coffee as he leapt forward. I lost this today. Where did you find it? It was near the field. PPG told me you were there earlier, so I wanted to give it back to you. I handed the figure to Gerard, who looked about ready to kiss it. I wish he'd kiss me.
Kiss it. Kiss it. I ship it.
You ship him with the itty-bitty kitty?
Now kiss.
Now kiss. Thank you, Hana. Thank you. You didn't have to do this, but you did, and I don't know what I would have done without you. It wasn't any trouble at all. It looks pretty rare. It's not as rare as you would think, but it's still very special to me. I'm so glad you were the one to find it. I shouldn't have been so careless. Don't beat yourself up about it. What matters now is that you have it back. You know what? I played his ending, and I don't think they ever explained why the sparkly one was important to him.
Maybe zip your pockets next time.
You bet I'll take a load of precautions to make sure this never happens again. Like, ruined his joke completely. Stop being so nice! He placed it delicately on the shelf with other kitties that had the same iridescent properties. Gerard looked at me while I viewed his hard-earned assemblage. Oh, duh, Gerard, you dummy! How rude of me not to at least introduce you to my collection. Sorry.
That's a weird thing to say. Don't say that, Gerard.
I'm gonna if you ever come over to my house, I'm gonna introduce you to all my dolls. All of them.
You know what? That's fair. I would expect it.
It'll be a lot of, this is Frankie. This is Frankie in a different outfit. This is Frankie in another different outfit. In this room I have 247 itty-bitty kitties of every shape and size. This is the newest set, the Catastrophes. They're a band. They're really popular right now. I traded my rare extras for these the other day. The one you brought back to me is from a set of 4 that are called Opalescents. Currently, they're the only shinies. They were so pretty. My gaze fixated on them. I'm just missing the last Opalescent. It's a purple one, Princess Pumpernickel. I've tried everywhere, but no one has them in stock. But there's only 3 copies in the world, so it's not really surprising. It's
holy shit.
Yeah. This doesn't happen in figurine collecting. There's no such thing as a figurine with only 3 copies in the world.
Yeah.
It's more surprising that I managed to get these ones. So, just because I'm also a collector of not what he's collecting, but like dolls, I can tell you that they have to make an individual mold for each thing, you know? And then they have to order so many materials to like create that thing. There's no way they would only do 3. It's a complete waste of money. In fact, when Monster High does, they've done contests where you design your own character, and then they will build that character and give it to you. And you're the only one that has that one. But even when they've done that, they've used molds and colors from other dolls. So, like, if I say, like, I send in a design and I win and they send it to me, based on my design, they'll be like, oh, Gulia's model matches kind of what she did, so we're going to use Gulia's model, and then put all the accessories and hair that she chose on it, and then give it to her. Like, they don't. Completely impossible. Yeah. But you know, I also don't expect them to know stuff like that.
What I would expect with this, is what's going on here is that, it's a standard mold, but it's just a unique color that they...
But if that was the case, there's no... Like, you could fake it so easily.
Well, I mean... Yes. Also, I feel like it's still 3 would not be... Nobody would... It's just not a... Like, even for a special run thing,
yeah, usually
3,000 like, at least.
Yeah, 500 to like 5,000 tends to be the range for like limited edition stuff like that. So, anyway, it's more surprising that I managed to get these ones. I have one of the most complete collections in the world. People think that the Kitties Company gives me the newest figures, but I earn all of my IBK. I can tell this took a lot of hard work. I'm amazed at how much effort you've put into this. He sighed heavily and sat down on his bed. Thanks, Hana. I just wish I could get that last figure. I could finish my collection and the kitties would have all their friends together in one place. I relate to Gerard so much. I wish I could help. Don't worry about it, Hana. This is my battle to fight. By the way, yes, his ending does involve a lot to do with trying to find that fucking figure. I nodded, then glanced at my watch. Oh, I should go. I really wanted to finish my book today, but if you ever need help, I'm here. I stood up and waved to the both of them. Bye, Hana. Thanks again.
Bye. Bye.
See you. Auf Wiedersehen.
Thankfully, I managed to finish my book. It took more time than I expected, and by the time I got back to my room, it was dark outside. When I opened the door to my room, the lights were off. I flicked them on, and the huddled form of Mai hugging a stuffed purple bear appeared on her bed. I'm back! Hello. Mai glanced at me, then buried her face again in her bear. Was she sulking? It was unlike her to be so unenergetic.
Bipolar.
Are you okay? Well, that doesn't sound very okay. Mai glanced at me again, her face a light shade of pink like she was holding her breath. You know, you can tell me anything. You've helped me out a lot, so it's the least I can do in return, right? Besides, we're friends. Mai sighed and threw the bear on the floor where it lay as if screaming in agony. Starts screaming. Okay, take your recording of you screaming, and I just want you to play it quietly in the background for like the next several lines, okay? Just on a loop.
Until the night is over.
Yes.
It's not fair.
He sighed again.
I know it's terrible to think like this, but you know I'm really happy for you getting to be friends with those guys. Just not fair.
Those guys? Who? The Normal Boots Club?
I can't believe this.
Just that I've been a fan of them for so long, and I've loved Jared forever. But then here you come out of the blue with your pink hair.
The blue or
not
pink?
blue hair. And just like that, you're friends.
Okay, first of all, that's Harris. She snapped her fingers in front of her face.
Is it a heresy?
Shut up. Read the line.
But here, I've been trying this whole time, and Jared didn't even know my name. That's kind of the more legit part of this.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm being stupid and dumb, and I feel bad and problematic, but still.
My.
Ooh.
Some friend you know. I'm just
Holy shit, can you imagine?
So I don't think we're gonna say some friend you are, so do we want to be like...
No. Like...
Because, okay, my problem with they're your friends too is they are. They talked to her and they welcomed her into the group as well, but she's really talking about Jared. You know, she's not...
Yeah.
She's not really talking about the other. She's talking about Jared. And Jared really doesn't acknowledge her, and he doesn't like her. And, like in some of the endings, like, she's tagging along and trying to get close to him, and he's kind of doing that whole... I don't know another way to describe it except for the Pepe Le Pew thing. Like, she's Pepe Le Pew and he's the cat. She's kind of chasing after him, and he's kind of like, no, do not want. And it's kind of sad, you know, to watch them, you know, interact that way and everything like that. So, first one kind of feels like a lie.
I feel like there's a little bit more to the first, like, I think there is some genuine resentment of, like, this general broader type of thing. Like, yeah, the focus is, like, if it wasn't for Jared, she wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
But, like, it's...
But also she maybe
like,
needs to... I think the other flip side of that is maybe she needs to focus on the other guys. The other guys like her. The other guys include her. You know, but she's super focused on
this
Jared.
is true. Man, like...
Jared is...
He could probably bag at least half of them.
Jared's a fun guy, and he's an interesting character, but he is kind of a jerk, canonically. So she's kind of putting her horse in the wrong corral, so to speak.
Like, because I have no idea about what the Jared route is like.
Yeah,
but I've definitely seen that, like, draw your squad one where it's like the two are like embracing and then behind giving a high five to the third person, and had the three of them, and it's like, this is the Jared route or something.
Yeah. Which makes sense, because at one point she was kind of like, ooh, you like him, and, you know, I'm totally okay with you liking him because I get it, and you want to do this with him, and blah, blah, blah. You know, she was kind of... She was okay with it, you know? She might have been faking it, but she seemed okay with it. I don't know. It's up to you. As long as it's one of the first two.
I kind of want to go with it's understandable.
Okay.
So let's do that.
I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah, well...
She scratched her head, avoiding my eyes. Oh, I just kind of realized the unintended implications of that. Oh, it's understandable you're jealous of me, because there's super a lot about me to be jealous of. I'm obviously better than you.
Oh,
fuck. We glassed her.
we glassed her. We could go back.
No, we can't cheat like that.
We totally can.
We can, but we're not going to. We're gonna stick to the bit. She scratched her head, avoiding my eyes.
Thanks for understanding, kind of. I mean, it could be worse. You could have smashed my face with a glass. But, you know, I'll try to get my best to try to boot. I'll try my best to get over it.
How come when you flub a line, you turn into the Swedish Chef?
Because that's actually my default. My brain. That is what my brain does. I have to coalesce more advanced thoughts from that into the conversation we have.
I gotcha. Okay, let me know if I can do anything, I guess.
I will. Thanks, Hannah.
No, thanks for telling me. Oh, sorry. Mai leaned off her bed and picked up the bear, patting its head. We just had that huge discussion about the decision making too. Is the bear going to be screaming through all that?
Well, no. See, I set that up so that I could have that be the end of the scream.
Yeah. Oh my god. She chuckled. We smiled at each other. Even though it was awkward, it seemed like everything was fine. Mai really was a good friend. How far are we into the episode?
It's time for another episode.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah. Also, the end of that scene felt a little sapphic.
Yeah.
Bing.
But doesn't at all.
Okay. So yeah, this is even
derb derb derb.
Derb
Derb derb.
baby.
Derb derb derb.
Now bump
Derb derb. Derb derb. Derb derb.
Fuck! No, that was actually probably a good thing to just repeat over and over because it was pretty consistent.